YouTube, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tristan. Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. Today we're going to have a look at this 2015 Holden Caprice V. Now this is the highest model in the Caprice range. So you go Statesman, Caprice and Caprice V. This one is 2015 and I can tell you it's got a third of the kilometres as every other one advertised currently on the market. I just checked. We'll get to those Ks soon. Very well looked after, 19-inch alloys, 6-litre V8, huge boot space, huge interior space. Let's walk around, check it for any bumps and bruises, and we'll see if we can find any. We'll definitely let you guys know, and then we'll get on to some of the luxuries on this car. We normally start at the front here. On these longer wheelbase cars, they tend to get a few scrapes underneath. There is a very light touch, but you've really got to get down to feel it. But very light kiss on a curb, nothing to worry about, you can't even see it. There's a stone chip just here. And that looks like it on the front. We'll just feel this side, and a very light scuff under there as well. No chips on the bonnet, no chips on the bar. We have a reversing, well, they're not reversing, they're forward parking sensors in the front of the car, right the way around. Keep getting tongue twisted lately. 19-inch alloy wheels. Tyre condition is brand new. They've got the furry bits on the side. That's what you want to see. Up the side of the car, there are no visible marks or dents. Let's take a closer look. A little tiny paint chip just there. The Caprice V features all the chrome, so chrome handles. Over here we've got the indicator lights built into the guard, but they're surrounded by chrome. Chrome stripes up the side. Calais V and Caprice V get those. This one features tinted windows, factory optional sunroof all the way around. Quad tip exhaust, so you can make the most of that factory V8, 6-litre. Reverse park sensors, I got it right this time. Reverse park sensors, Caprice V badging, and that special logo there, that's the prestigious one. Only on the Caprice, and the reverse camera built into the chrome strip there. Features LED tail lights. No marks or chips on the boot. Speaking of the boot, let's pop it open while we're around here. It's quite a big boot. This one is 531 litres, much bigger than a normal Commodore. All the way in there. 12-volt charger, you don't get that in the Commodore either. Let's take a look under the carpet. Factory option 19-inch wheel with a brand new tyre. Again, on all Holdens, you've got to pay extra to option that, and they only put it in from the factory. Something I learnt many years ago working at Holden. Up the side of the driver's side of the car, we don't have any marks on the rear wheels. That's just sticky stuff, it's not scratches. Brand new tyres all the way around. Driver's side front, these aren't sticky marks, that is actually a little bit of a scuff there. Very minor, you can't, yeah, very small. You can't really get your nail in there. There is one here, it's a little bit deeper. So that's the only wheel with any damage. And it's very, very light, I have to say. Now into the rear passenger compartment, or the back seat. One thing about the Caprice and the Statesman, aside from the very, very nice leather, which is an upgrade on all other models, is it's designed as a 4-seater. Now that's not a negative at all. You can fit 5 people in here, but it's designed for people. You get extra 15 centimeters of leg space over a normal Commodore. I think it might even be 20 centimeters, but I've underestimated that at 15. We've got DVD players built into the headrests on both sides. So we're going to jump in there now and try it on for size. So here I am in the back of the car. I can stretch my legs right out, tuck my feet under the seats. I've got so much room. That's exactly where I had the seat when I drove it in. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I refer to my height a lot. A little bit taller than average. I'm 6'3", so not every car is as nice and comfortable as this one for me. So as you can probably imagine, tall viewers watching, yeah, but this one, I'm reclined back, I'm very comfortable, I've got headroom, I've got space in front of me, I've got my own DVD player that tucks away there. There's one on each side. I've got air vents, I've got speakers, I've got everything I could possibly need all the way around. So much room here. I can't even get close to reaching the other side of the car. And look at that lovely contrasting black and white trim. The beige color or the light ivory trim on this car is actually in suede, so it's very nice and soft to feel. So I think you'll find if you want to feel a little bit fancy, this is what you drive, because you've got so much room. This is first class trim here in the back. First class leg room. You pay a lot extra for that on the plane, let me tell you. So yeah, everyone gets their own aisle seat, row seat and exit row seat. So here you go, in the back of the Caprice. I compared it to having your own first class trip around the country. So looking over the shoulder of the driver, you can see there's so much room. I have to stretch my arm all the way out, and a little bit of a lean forward, I can touch the seat in front of me, but it's a stretch. So full arm stretch here, all the way out. Space and comfort is definitely one of the main reasons why you would buy a Caprice V for sure. Into the front we go. First thing I noticed was the Bose sound system. And the second thing I noticed was this has not 1, not 2, but 3 memory presets for the seats. So 3 people, your 3 favorite family members can have their own personalized seat setting built into the car. So when they get in, they choose 1, 2 or 3. The only thing you need to worry about is who's number 1 and who's number 2 and who's number 3. But I'll let you guys argue over that. Fully electric seats, nice and spacious, central locking, power windows, and also power mirrors. Definitely a given in a car like this. You can certainly afford to take that for granted. We have heads-up display, and we have the different pages here, automatic lights, indicators, all your audio controls, your Bluetooth and your volume up and down station. This side we've got lane departure warning, forward collision warning, cruise control, up and down, and wipers all built in there. It is push button start, so we're just going to push that there. Fires right up. One thing about the Caprice is it has the blue dash and dials. Unlike all the other Holdens, it has red. So this is much more luxury looking with the white exterior, black and white interior, the blue dials and gauges. Now, one of the first things I mentioned was this car has a half or a third or a quarter of the kilometers of all the other Caprice Vs of this year model on the market. Currently, I just did a search to try and get some of the specs of this car because it's been a while since I've had a look through one. 64,654 kilometres. Every other one I saw on there was over 150,000 Ks, some were over 250,000 Ks. Now, I mention this a lot with Holdens when we talk about them. These guys are going up in value. So this one is a low kilometre example with the V8, fully optioned, spare wheel, sunroof, light trim, every option on this car. So if you ever wanted one as a investment or a luxury car just to keep for yourself, this would definitely be the one for you. You can definitely grab that. It will go up in value. I'm sure you'll remember everyone that tells you the story about they used to have a Monaro back in the days and they wish they kept it because they only bought it for a couple of grand and now they're worth hundreds of thousands. Same goes for these guys, V8 Holdens. Over to the infotainment, we have mentioned the Bose audio system. The car does have navigation and everything all built in. Radio's off, turn it on. We don't want that, we want to look here. Navigation, we have reverse camera all built in and the parking sensors as well. It's all Bluetooth, audio streaming. There's USBs and auxiliary cables everywhere. There's chargers. There's a 12-volt one down there. In the center console, here we have the USB 3mm jack, as well as pen holders, coin holders, 12-volt outlets to charge, drink holders, electronic park brake, traction, stability control, parking sensors front and rear. It's got everything, dual zone climate control. So you're definitely very well equipped. We have the factory optional sunroof here. Pops up, pops down, and opens all the way. Not only can you show off that you have a Holden Caprice V, but you can also wave to everyone, give them the Queen's wave as you drive past in your luxury limousine, and show everyone that you have a Caprice V with a sunroof. Under the bonnet we have Holden's famous Aussie Muscle 270 kilowatt, 517 Newton meter, 6 litre V8. Very exciting to drive, but one thing that you never really hear about these engines is they're actually really smooth and quiet. Great on the highway, great on the freeway. When they're on the freeway and they're just cruising along, cruise control on, they don't even use hardly any fuel at all. They just sip because it's barely moving above idle on the tachometer. Because of the torque of this vehicle and the transmission, you'll find it sits around 1500 RPM and just plugs along on the highway. The long wheelbase, the suspension, the wheels and tyres, and that smooth V8 give you a very smooth, quiet and luxurious ride. But if you do put your foot down, hang on, because you've got that Holden V8 growl. And one other feature, of course, we mentioned it a few times, is that Caprice V grille. Very luxurious, very limousine-like. Well, that brings us to the end of our walk around on this long wheelbase luxury Holden Caprice V. Just like land in countries, they're not making any more land, so jump on the real estate. They're not making these, so jump on these. They're going up in value. You can't get them anymore, so these are rare, luxury, piece of Australian history, an icon, and just a great car to be in and drive. So come on down to Berwick Mitsubishi, check out this car. Links will be in the description. Like the video, share the video, show it to your mates who are thinking about buying a V8 Holden. Maybe they didn't think about this. This has the lowest Ks on the internet for sale at the moment. So jump onto our website, book a test drive. The come and take this car home today. See you in the next video.